there's nobody, no one to outrun me. So give me a run for my money. Just love me. I wanna be with you. Hey. Guys, I lost $500 today. Oh. Lost $420.60, and in total, our profit on the challenge is $376.40. So this week was a bad week, and I'm not just saying that because we lost $420. I'm saying that because I took shitty trades and trades that I shouldn't be taking. Okay, the first day we were profitable. It was a good day. Had two buys right here, which were nice buys. There was bull strength before, and then we got a good bar at 825 to buy. Trended from the open, which is super nice, and we closed, which this was an awful close, and it hurts us later with our profits because for the first bar, I like to close below the low of a bar, and that didn't occur till here, and I did that with that one. So we lost money because of that. And this close, I would have liked to swing because we were so bullish. Right here, we bought in the middle of this bar, and we instantly got stopped out. I told myself I had a limit order right about there, and I moved it because I don't know, I just got scared, and then I ended up buying about halfway up this bar, and it caused me to lose $60 instead of, like, I don't know, $20, $30. Our next entry was right here. We bought above this bar's high. Not a terrible entry. Would have rather bought here or here, but at that point it wasn't clear. I closed around, I think, here when we went below this bar's low. Our next buy was right here. We lost $30 on it. Really just a bad trade. I was in a micro channel and I tried to buy at the bottom of it, but that doesn't really make sense to me. Like I'm just not that advanced of a trader yet, at least. Our next buy was right here. I don't mind this. A strong bull reversal bar and a bull trend. Not a terrible entry. Got stopped out at break even. Our next two entries were right here. We had a sell below this bar. I thought this was a good entry. That's after we had kind of had a double top here, and we had some trading range and a bearish strength for basically the rest of the day, or the entire day, except for the first hour or so. We closed right here for $10 after this bar closed bullish, and then we entered buys here too. I would have held longer, maybe. I don't know if I would have held longer or not, but I know I closed because I thought I couldn't hold it till 245, so I closed here. This day we made like $245. I guess I could check. We made $295 on that day. Our next day we made $145 profit. I was at the doctor's from here till, and then I started trading around here, which was I think it was right around here I started trading actually, but so we were at the doctor from this point, so we didn't take anything here. Our first two entries were sells here. We closed one here, and we closed one right here. Our first was for $45 in profit, and our second was for $105 in profit. Wouldn't have hated to try and swing one here since we're so bearish, but I didn't, and I'm going to try to work on that next week, holding positions longer and trying to swing more. Okay, so here's two entries right here. This day we lost like $500 or $420. I'll check. We lost $492. Our first two entries were right here. We were in a trading range before, and I told myself that, and I like to wait a little bit when we're in a trading range. But I still entered here, which I don't hate these two entries. But these two entries right here were bad, and these two entries right here were poorly managed, at least. And I don't think it's a great entry. It's not the entry I want to be taking because we're almost at the top of the potential trading range at this point, which is right here. And I technically had my stop right here, but I got scared, so I just closed right away on this bar. And if I'm not going to manage it, you might as well not enter it. And I shouldn't have been in these four entries. These two were fine. Our next two were right here on this bar. I don't mind this bar. I knew we were kind of more bullish than bearish, but I felt we were still in a trading range because of the pre-market and what I had seen in the first hour or so. So entered two entries here, and I closed both of them right here. I could have had a limit order. I probably would not have got filled because I bet it would have had it down here. And after this higher low, I was thinking we were more bullish than bearish. So I entered 2 positions right here and was looking to test the top of this. And I closed one right here, one position right here. Oh, I guess I should say this. These 2 entries right here, I closed one for plus 56 right here and another for plus 18 right here, which I like this trade a lot. Our next 2 entries, we also entered on the close of this bar. And with 2 entries, 2 positions, and I closed one right here when we went below this bar's low, and I closed another when we went below this bar's low. I don't, I don't, I knew we were sort of bullish, and I don't mind these closes, that's all I can say. But this entry right here, I entered a short right here. I do not like this short because I knew we were bullish, and I had a feeling we were going to go up higher at least. I didn't, because we didn't made a higher low, and this push was fairly strong. So I only entered one position here, and it got stopped out immediately. But if I feel like I just should not enter there. If I can only enter one, then why would I enter there? Unless the stop has to be huge is why I'm entering one. But that was a poor entry. Our next entry was right here, which is a very good entry. I'm not quite sure where I closed this one, but it was plus $28. So 240 around 54. So probably around here is where I closed. And I mean, if you're gonna swing it, you might as well swing it, Ethan. Like, I don't know what I'm doing there, because I definitely held through all this, and then I just closed once we do that. I don't know. That's what I did. Next entry was right here, halfway up on this bar. I don't know how I lost $40 on it, but I lost $40 on it, probably because I'm an idiot. Oh, wait, no. I think I entered a position here, a short here, which I don't hate this short, but why did I not close on this bar? Which is like bad trading. And then I entered on this bar and I made $15 on it, but I should have just entered on this bar since we were so bullish. And I should have closed too. Our next entry was here. Couldn't tell you what I did, but I lost $7. Don't know why I entered. I'm an idiot. That was just a terrible day of trading. And then, so our first entry, I don't think this is a terrible. I thought we were in a trading range, and we had trading range written all over it. And so I bought above this bar's high. I don't mind this entry. And we lost $180 on that one. And this new day we lost $449. Our next 2 entries were right here on this bar, but they were terrible entries because so this bar went down right away, went below this low, and then it closed up here, and then this bar went down too, and then I don't know why I'm not getting out here because there's 4 dojis in a row and you're looking for buys. Like, it needs to go faster than that. But I waited and I got stopped out down here. Which patience is good sometimes, but I think this is not a spot when we're supposed to be patient, especially when you're in buys. And I know you were thinking trading range, but after this sell off, it's still, you could consider that you're yourself bearish now, not in a trading range. Right here, one entry was right here. I entered to buy it at this bar's, not at this bar's high. I entered to buy as this bar was forming. Would have rather entered to buy here, but I was not in the market when this bar closed, which is on me. I like this trade because we overshot the trend, overshot the channel line, and I think that's a great entry there to buy. I closed once this bar formed here for like minus $5 in profit, which that's fine. It's fine. Close, fine entry. Well, I guess it wasn't a good entry because a good entry would have been here, and I entered about right here. Our next entry, we entered one short right below this bar's low. This bar went up, and then it turned into an outside down bar, which I like entering here, especially since we were so bearish and we didn't go above this bear trend line. And I just closed like right here on this bar. Like, if you're gonna enter a position, why are you closing if it has a tiny bar go against you? It doesn't even go above a high. And I made like $5 on this one and $5 on this one. Our next entry was right here. I like this buy. A potential double bottom with this bar, and we got out at break even eventually, around here somewhere. No, we didn't. I didn't get out at break even. lost like $60 on this one. I told myself I was gonna hold longer. I told myself I was gonna hold longer because I didn't on this one, and I did. I said I was either getting my limit order up here hit or my stop hit, and my stop got hit. Which, if I'm gonna do that, I'd rather. I don't like that because it was bearish. Like it was in a bear trend, and just get out of break even there. Easy to say now. Oh, and I didn't trade here because I was in the doctors. I was at the doctors. Who knows what I would have taken, but it looks good for buys and it looks good for sells here. But I probably would have entered a buy at some stupid spot and a sell at some stupid spot. That was a bad day trading. Okay, so our next day we were back in the profit. Okay, spreadsheet, let's load. There you go. All right, our next day we made $79.90. And it felt good to finally have some profit again. It was just some piss poor trading. And this wasn't even that good at trading either, but I should have entered buys above this bar's high. And when I say should have, I know it's easy to say now when you see this after, but I was debating it and I didn't because I was scared. So I didn't enter buys here. I ended up entering here, which in hindsight lost me 486, about $60 if it would have entered here. And then I think I would have been much more inclined to swing because I had so much profit instead of like this. I'm like, oh, I'm almost at break even. And I didn't. So I entered here. It doesn't matter. I closed right here for $40 in profit. Just, just need to get better, which we will next week. I'll get better at swinging trades and I'll take the good entries. And I should have probably entered here, didn't entered here like this entry. Closed right around this bar from $5 in profit, which was a good close and a good entry. Our next two entries were right here on this bar. I like these two entries. Closed one here for plus $49 once this bar went below the low. And I closed another entry right here for plus $45. I think here, wow, sorry. Am I swinging or am I scalping? Because if I'm swinging, I need to have my stop lower. And if I'm scalping, I need to get out like up here once we start to see this trading rate. Our next two entries were shorts right here. I don't mind these shorts. Had been bearish before. It was you could consider this a variant of a double top. That's debatable. Probably wasn't the best entry since it was counter trend, but I took it and I closed above this bar's high for minus $50. And if my original stop was up here, and if this first bar would have been black, then I would have held for longer. But since it was blue, I closed pretty quickly. And then here was the end of the day. I wasn't in the market. And yeah, that was this week, guys. Gonna learn from it. Try to get better. See ya next week. And hopefully you can't hear that music. Forgot I was playing it. But have a good day, guys. Have a good weekend. See ya.